Hello, and welcome to Insightful Gaming. We have an exciting surprise for you today. We're showing you how to create the ultimate Void Hunter build, making you an unbeatable one-man army. This will give you the power to beat every dungeon, master, or grandmaster content you come across. With our clever setup, take down opponents and watch the magic unfold. You'll become invisible, have volatile rounds, and get a neat 17% extra damage for your Void weapons. Plus, there are great extras like creating orbs, void breaches, fully recovering your health, and lots of amazing features. But before we jump into it, remember to give this video a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and definitely click the subscribe button to keep up with our new videos. Let's dive into the arsenal of spectacular abilities that make our character truly formidable. First up, we've got Mobius Quiver, a mesmerizing power that tethers foes to a void anchor, leaving them weak and suppressed for you and your allies. It unleashes 2 volleys of 3 homing void arrows that wreak havoc on your enemies. Shadow Shot makes targets volatile and deals extra damage to tethered foes. And as a cherry on top, defeating tethered enemies creates orbs of power for your team. Next in our roster of awe-inspiring powers is Gambler's Dodge. With a swift tumble, you can stylishly evade enemy attacks. Dodging your enemies fully recharges your melee ability and also grants us invisibility. Moving on, we've got Snare Bomb, a crafty tool that lets you throw a smoke bomb. It sticks to surfaces and messes with enemy radar. Upon detonation, it weakens your targets, giving you the upper hand. Next up is the Void Grenade, a force to be reckoned with. It creates a vortex that irresistibly pulls targets inward, continuously damaging those trapped in its deadly embrace. Alternatively, you can also use Suppressor Grenade. Let's talk about our aspects. We're using Vanishing Step, which makes you invisible with a simple dodge. Talk about a cool party trick. Next, we have Stylish Executioner. Defeating weakened, suppressed, or volatile targets grants you invisibility and true sight. Plus, your next melee attack while invisible weakens your opponents, making you the ultimate stealth warrior. Finally, let's explore our fragments. First, we have Echo of Persistence, which extends the duration of void buffs, invisibility, overshield, and devour. This is a must-have fragment because our devour, overshield, and invisibility will all have increased duration. Next, we are using Echo of Starvation, which grants devour when you pick up a void breach or an orb of power. Next, we've got Echo of Obscurity, which rewards you with invisibility for every finisher final blow. This synergizes really well with our exotic. Finally, we have Echo of Undermining. Your void grenades will now weaken targets. In summary, this build transforms you into a relentless, elusive, and devastating force on the battlefield. Now let's delve into the weapons that amplify this build. As stated earlier, we're utilizing the Legend of Acreus in our heavy slot. Additionally, our primary weapon pick is Heritage, equipped with 2 incredible perks that blend seamlessly with this build. The first perk, Reconstruction, enables this weapon to reload itself gradually over time, potentially up to twice its capacity. This unique feature is highly valuable as Heritage can self-replenish while you're actively wiping out foes with your remaining weapons. The second perk on Heritage is Recombination, where elemental final blows amplify the damage of the weapon's subsequent shot. This perk works marvelously because we'll constantly be switching between our other shotguns, contributing to an even greater damage output for Heritage. As for our special weapon slot, there are 2 options. One is a shotgun armed with a Repulsor Brace perk, which provides an overshield when you take down a void debuffed enemy. This perk, in combination with destabilizing rounds, which causes nearby enemies to become volatile upon final blows, makes this shotgun a potent choice. On the other hand, we could equip an auto rifle or trace rifle for anti-champion mods this season. Personally, I favor the shotgun, but that depends on your team if they have all of the anti-champion mods equipped. Having all my weapons as shotguns creates a distinctive and thoroughly enjoyable gameplay style, one that I'd strongly suggest you experience for yourself. Next, let's go over the stats that should be your main focus. The prime stats are Resilience, Discipline, and Mobility. Strive for 100 Resilience and 100 Discipline consistently, a target which should be achievable for anyone with decent armor. Mobility should be the third most important stat in this build. Make sure to maintain all other stats except Recovery above 30 to avoid any penalties. You can ignore Recovery because our healing will come from Invisibility or Devour. Strength isn't particularly crucial in this build as well. Now that we've got you hooked, let's delve deeper into the mechanics of the build. The overall build rotation is pretty straightforward. Throw your grenade to start the rotation, and throw your melee at the target to weaken them. Dodge to gain invisibility, and go close to the target to start finishing them off with our shotguns. Keep an eye for low health targets so you can finish them off to rinse and repeat our overall rotation. The secret sauce of this build lies our exotic 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 𝗥. It comes with an exotic perk called See Me, Feel Me. Your void weapons gain volatile rounds after you emerge from being invisible. When you are invisible and defeat a combatant while using a finisher, all of your weapons gain bonus damage, you and your nearby allies gain reserve overshield and improved class ability regeneration. These reserve overshields can be deployed by using your class ability. This is great because in this build, we will mostly be in the melee range. We will be invisible in melee range, getting targets to 10% health before we will finish them off using our finisher. Thanks to the ingenious mod setup, you can jumpstart or restart your whole loop just by finishing off an enemy. Doing so grants you invisibility, volatile rounds, and a 17% damage boost for 30 seconds. With these bonuses, you can apply volatile to groups of enemies and take down one or more to regain invisibility. Let's dissect the mods we have on our armor pieces. Starting with the helmet mods, we're employing Dynamo. This mod decreases the time needed for your super to recharge when you use your class ability close to enemies. Because we're constantly in melee range with this build, we're always nearby enemies, which means a steady supply of super energy. Next, we have Harmonic Siphon, which generates an orb of power after you secure 2 kills. Lastly, we use Heavy Ammo Finder, which boosts the probability of heavy ammo dropping when you kill an enemy. Moving on to the glove mods. The Firepower mod aids in creating orbs of power when you get the killing blow with a grenade. We also have Bolstering Detonation, which provides you with class ability energy when you inflict grenade damage. Fauna Focus gives you a discipline bonus when you possess any armor charge, but keep in mind, your armor charges will lessen over time. For our chest armor, you can pick your preferred defensive mods. Personally, I use Harmonic Resistance, Arc Resistance, and Concussive Dampener to decrease incoming area of effect damage from enemies. Now let's look at our boot mods. We're equipped with 3 Arc Surge mods, which raise our arc weapon damage by a significant 17%. Finally, regarding our cloak, we're using Empowered Finish. This offers you a temporary armor charge after executing a finishing move if you have none. Additionally, we have Reaper, which spawns an orb of power following your next weapon hit after using your class ability. To cap it off, we're employing the Time Dilation mod to lengthen the duration of your decaying armor charge to 15 seconds. Let's step into the next exciting chapter of our supercharged build, the powerful seasonal mods. These are the finishing touches that round out our electrifying setup, supercharging your abilities to a whole new level and leaving your enemies without a defense. First up, we've got a selection of 5 diverse anti-champion mods to choose from. For our build, select the ones you need for the given activity. For the second row, we've selected the authorized mods Void and Melee. These gems offer a significant discount on the energy costs of all armor mods affecting your melee and arc abilities. In the third row, pick Unto the Breach. This one creates a Void Breach when you defeat a Void debuff target while your Void subclass is equipped. In the fourth column, we got the Counter Charge mod, which provides an armor charge stack when you stun a champion, and the Protective Breach mod. This one gives you an overshield or refreshes your existing one when you pick up a Void Breach. Finally, in the fifth row, we have Supernova, which causes your next source of Void damage to create a large weakening pulse when you pick up a Void Breach. We're also including Squad Goals, performing a finisher while you have Devour grants Devour to nearby allies when your Void subclass is equipped. And with that, we bring today's journey to a close. I trust you found this potent build not only useful but also enlightening. But this is just the beginning. A torrent of Destiny content is poised to flood your way. This includes an array of more intricate builds, comprehensive weapon videos, and an abundance of seasonal content. Stay adaptable, stay innovative, and most importantly, stay vigilant. Keep your eyes peeled for updated builds, fresh strategies, and more in-depth analysis right here on Insightful Gaming. Until next time, have a great rest of your week.